Welcome to our session about how to reduce risk effectively in fixed-price software development. My name is Niklas Spitzek and I'm Head of Project Management at Adesso. I'm a co-author of this paper together with Volker Grun. Now, in software development, acting early usually pays off. So what we want to prevent is a havoc like the one you can see here on the right side, right? So acting early usually pays off. That means that the controllability of a final product is reduced by the time, and that corresponds with the total cost of the final product. Acting early pays off. This is what we want to achieve, and what we did for that is we investigated some data. There was Christian Schürhoff at the University Duisburg-Essen who evaluated 624 projects from Adesso from 2011 to 2017. And in addition, we had more than 3,000 traffic light indicators. That must be explained. The traffic light indicators we use in the reporting. That means we have 3 traffic lights, for example, for time, cost, and quality. And the traffic lights can be green, yellow, or red. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. If a traffic light is green, then the knowledge area is also green. That means if a traffic light for quality, for example, is green, all test cases are fine and everything works out pretty well. Now, this is the experience basis. As you can see, we gathered projects about a couple of years. In 2016, we had some less projects. That was because we changed the ERP system and we could not fully migrate the old data to the new system. What you can also see is that the total in overspend in the BAC has been reduced, although there were some ditches somewhere, and it rised again in 2018. But still, the data shows that it pays off if you act early, and this is what we did. And now I want to show you how we came up with that. The findings. Well, the first question was, because that was really important to us. We are working with those traffic lights and we just didn't know, do they work and are they reliable or is it useless? And the simple answer is, well, it doesn't work. Funny enough, but the traffic lights, well, they don't state anything about the project's health really. And that for different reasons, which we have no time here to really investigate. But we learned the traffic lights do not work. So do we have any alternatives? And what we came up with is a cost performance index, the CPI. It's a value that is derived from the earned value analysis, and it's pretty much like earned value divided by actual cost, which puts into relationship what you have invested to that what you should have gained out of that investment, right? So basic speaking. And what we did for that, or better, what Christian Schürhoff did for that is he investigated those fixed price projects and he made them all equal, so to say. So he put them on a time scale and on the average CPI. And that was the first step to make sure that we can really compare all the projects, because they are totally different in size, totally different in time, totally different in value. And that was pretty important to make them all equal, so to say. The normalized view then after that shows pretty well that after the first third, which is here, there's nothing really going to happen. There's some kinds of project that really raised the bar somewhere here in between, but most of the projects are, well, stable after the first third. And this is why we say you must do everything which is in your power in the first third to bring the project on the right rails. This is really absolutely important. And what we did for that is we came up with those findings. It's basically 4 pillars. We have a reporting amnesia. That means we have project managers, they report to management, although they don't know. They might be scared that they do the wrong thing. They are afraid of that the messenger is shot or whatever. And this is really difficult because it's a cultural thing. The next pillar is act without order. We have project managers that act without order. That means they are doing stuff unpaid, which is not good in a fixed price project, because in a fixed price project, you need to get paid for everything you do. And if you act without order, it means you do a change request, for example, without being paid for it, then we lose money. The third is pain deferral. Just imagine you have, a tooth that is really aching. Is it a good idea to just wait and hope it gets better? Probably not. And this is the same in software development projects. If you have a pain somewhere, it's usually not a good idea to wait and hope that it's getting solved by itself, by miracle, whatever. So it doesn't make any sense. So pain deferral is no good. It's usually the best thing to address a pain pretty early as it is, visible, so to say, or feelable. The fourth pillar is the methodology devoutness. That is really critical because with all the agile methods coming up, we have people that totally stick to the agility path, which is difficult in a fixed price project because you might do stuff that you are not getting paid for, close to the pillar 2, act without order, right? So that is also critical because it doesn't make sense always to stick totally to that methodology, right? It makes sense to satisfy the customer and take care of that we're getting paid. Now the solution. We came up with a tool for everything. That means, for not for everything, we came up with a tool for each of these pillars. The first one is we have a startup report with this traffic light indicators. Although we learned that the indicators are not really reliable, they still help us to understand the project, and we benefit from the Hawthorne effect because the project managers just know that they are under investigation and then they act different. The act without order, the answer from Adesso is the earned value analysis that we use to identify CRs, change requests, pretty early. That works quite well. The pain deferral is always difficult. What we have for that is a team barometer. That means we are asking all team members anonymously about their situation in the project and how they evaluate the project. And we have the Havoc Cobweb, which is a pre-project risk assessment, so to say, depending on the customer, on the project size, on the technology used, etc. And then pillar 4, the methodology devoutness, and for all the other pillars too, we have the Matre installed. That is a guy who is responsible for managing the project manager. He's a counterpart, so to say. He's a partner in sparring. So he's the guy who is really working together with the project manager. And that all together really helped us to, understand that the traffic lights are not really the only solution, but that there is more we can do. And that package in total really helped us to improve our project situations in fixed price. Thank you for listening. Time is over. Bye-bye.